Welcome back. Today I'm making Charlotte's Sloppy Joes. The first thing I'm going to do is turn my heat on to medium-high heat. Into a large skillet, I'm going to add 2 pounds of ground beef. Now I'm doing a double batch as I'm taking half of this to a friend who recently had surgery. This also freezes really well, so if you want to do a double batch, eat now, eat later. And I'm going to start cooking my ground beef. And I'm going to add to that 1.5 cups of chopped onions and 1.5 cups of chopped green peppers. That would be a large onion and maybe a really large green pepper or a couple regular sized green peppers. I like to buy the frozen chopped green peppers and onions. It saves prep time and it's actually a little bit cheaper. And so I'm just going to keep checking this and kind of stirring it up and breaking it up. This is a handy dandy gadget I got from the Pampered Chef, by the way. It works great for cooking with ground beef, ground pork, sausages, things like that, anything you need to break up. And it just works wonders. So once I've got that cooked through, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to drain it. And I'm just going to drain it over a large mixing bowl. I will pour this into a strainer. I want to get off all the excess grease. I'm not using very lean ground beef. I'm using 85/15. But then I'm going to rinse it with hot water to get any excess grease off, and this will help make it very lean. And I'm going to add it back to my skillet. To a large mixing bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of ketchup. I only use Heinz ketchup. I am a total ketchup snob. I don't like any other brand. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that 2nd cup added. And once I've got that added, I'm going to go ahead and add mustard. And sometimes I use Dijon mustard. Sometimes I use just regular yellow mustard. It just kind of depends on what catches my fancy. Either of them work great. So I'm going to add to that 1/2 cup of mustard. I'm also going to add 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. You don't want to use garlic salt. There's plenty of salt in the ketchup. You don't want to make this too salty. So that's garlic powder. And then I'm also going to add 1 cup of white sugar. Now you can use Splenda if you'd like, or you can use stevia if you'd like. I've done it with all 3. To me, I don't taste any difference. It's really a preference on what you'd like. And so I'm just going to stir that until it's well mixed. And once I've got that mixed, I'm going to turn my heat back on to about medium-high. I'm going to give one last stir, and I'm just going to pour that in. And once I've got that poured in, I'm just going to stir it up really well. This is definitely sloppy Joe, but it's really good. And I'm just going to stir it up really well. And I'm going to let this simmer a good 15-20 minutes. The longer it cooks, the better it is. And you can actually make this in the crock pot and heat it on low for about 4 hours. And it's really, really good. Now, I like to serve mine with French fries. And I like it on a bun with pickles. Not a big pickle fan, but I love pickles with my Sloppy Joes. Enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below and also hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a video. And I've always been a big fan of Sloppy Joes. Even as a kid, I can remember eating them. Now, my mom always made them with like in the manwich, but when I met my husband 19 years ago, we've been married for 19 years in September. His mother, my mother-in-law, Charlotte, makes Sloppy Joes from scratch. And they were so good, so I asked her to show me how she made them, and she did. These are so incredibly easy. They don't cost a lot to make. It's always stuff I'm going to have on hand. I always have ketchup, I always have mustard, I always have sugar, I always have garlic powder, and that's it. And of course, onions and green peppers, which are optional. Now that my son is older, then when I make them, I put onions and green peppers in. When he was younger, I did not, because my kids did not like them.
but now I cook them with them and they will eat them. But anyhow, this is to me way better than the jarred stuff or the canned stuff. It's super easy and it actually freezes really well. A lot of times I'll make it and a pound of it will stretch a lot. I can get out of a pound, I can easily get 8 sandwiches. So sometimes I'll make a couple pounds up and freeze half of it, and then we can have it for lunch, or we'll have it for dinner, and then like the next day we can have it for lunch. So it's definitely stretches. I've made it before in large batches for things and stuck it in a crock pot and let it just heat. The longer it cooks, the softer the meat gets, and to me that's really good. But anyways, it's really, really easy. It's kid friendly, it's budget friendly, and it's nostalgic. I think that's about it. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, not every day is good, but there's absolutely always something good in every day, and I will see you next time.